Alright, hi everybody, I am an instructor for computer science 171. And I think this is a kind of a short 10-minute presentation on each course. So, computer science 131, the data programming course, it's part of the introductory programming sequence. It's required for all computer science majors, minors, computer engineering majors. Also, it's kind of really getting more and more popular among certain majors like business, math students. I'm also happy to report that it's also getting popular among students from the arts and so on. The other unusual thing of computer science is that it's been traditionally team taught, which means that this is from spring, and we had 6 sections, so it's over 180 students. There are 5 instructors involved, and I want to acknowledge their contribution to the spring, and that includes Doina and Willie here. And all sections share the syllabus, homework, projects, and exams. So this is the course mapping table. 131 is supposed to cover 4 of the performance indicators, and 4 performance indicators. So the assessment work starts from from before the course begins. In the syllabus, we have 4 learning goals that correspond to each of these performance indicators explicitly in the syllabus. We include that. And this is the traditional structure of the course. We have homework, programming projects, reading assignments, a midterm and a final, and things like this. And all the instructors for last semester, we sort of discussed about assessment. And what we decided is that we would assess one of the performance indicators code in one of the projects. And the remaining 3 performance indicators would be mapped into specific questions on the final. So here's some detail. So for example, for the performance indicator for the code, you know that we need to divide that into the performance into 3 categories: satisfactory, developing, and unsatisfactory. What we decided was, instead of doing a subjective evaluation for every student's code assessment, we would grade the project as we usually do for calculating the course grade, and then we just set arbitrary grade threshold. So what we said was any score above 70 would be considered satisfactory, 50 to 69 would be developing, and anything below that would be considered unsatisfactory. In particular, if a student did not attend the project, we did not call it unsatisfactory, we just excluded that from our data. The other thing is that projects are group projects, but even though it's a group project, we don't count a group project as kind of counting for each student. We count that as one data point. Here's kind of just an example of for this. So this is the kind of a basic description of the project. We collect the project, we distribute the project, and collect it using GitHub Classroom. And once the completed code is once the project is done, we download it, we compile and run it automatically, and then 80 of the 100 points are actually given based on automatic tests, but the remaining 20 points is given with instructors' feedback. So this feedback is particularly important for AirWeb. So this is how we do it. What we actually submit the code for submit the data for assessment. We take each student's code, and then to make it simpler, we include the instructor's feedback as a comment on top of the code. So again, we don't do this for every student receives feedback on titanium, but for those particular samples that we are going to include for assessment, we also copy the feedback on top of the student's code. So it sort of look like this. The student's code is below, the instructor feedback is on the top, and that also includes the points that they receive for this. And then we convert this code into a PDF document. And then this kind of we mentioned this already, the categories. So that's so much for the code performance indicator, which is based on the project. For the remaining 3 performance indicators, are all based on questions on the final exam. So for example, if you wanted to measure the ability to analyze alternatives, that was based on one 5-point question on the final. So the final is out of 100. This particular question was to analyze alternatives for graphs, and there's 5 points. And again, we sort of set thresholds for this. What we said, thresholds are coming here. So what we said for thresholds is, if they got no answer or 0 points, that is considered unsatisfactory. If they got at least 1 point, which is considered developing, and if they got full points, it is considered satisfactory. And again, what we did is we scanned. I mean, because it's a final, we typically don't provide feedback on the final questions. But just for the sake of assessment, we picked the 3 samples, and for the three samples, we scanned it again into a PDF. And so that's what happened. And then we kind of repeat the same process for the 3 performance indicators. We have one for data structures. Again, we do the question on hash tables on the final. Again, we scan the code, and we again set thresholds. In this case, it was a question that had 10 points. So this thresholds from 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 10. So we finally then, what we do is we get this overall numerical data for each section. So those they are combined, you can collect data individually. So this is what the final data looks like for all the 4 performance indicators, 3 categories each. And then finally we upload that code into the Google form that the assessment committee shares towards the end of the semester. So I think that's pretty much it for 131.